file-based systems created this database approach, where you have got one location that you have got all data related to your organization needs are stored. There is not one program that reads this data that was stored is free format in a sense, that basically you can use a query language to read from it. So, and it's not in a specific format. So there's a query language, you write, you just store the data, you just get it back whenever you want. And also you get the data very quickly. You can do lots of functionality. For example, in your contract file, if you're looking for John Smith's details, you've got a right functionality to be able to, for this program to do search, because the program was designed just to write the data to the file, read it all back. So all the details of all your stuff comes back. Now you're looking for John Smith, you have to add this functionality. You want to do it in the database approach, you just do it. So the whole idea of database approach is you say what you want and you get it. That's the whole idea of query language. Right? With the normal programming, you have to specify step by step what you want it to be done. So given a task, you break it into a step, you write an instruction in a program to perform that task, and that it will do it, or the program will do it for you if you write it correctly. But imagine you just say what you want and you get it. That would be amazing, you know. If the rest of your life, or my life anyhow, was like this, that would have been great. I'd say I want a Lamborghini red color right now in the car park, and I want a car space that's always available. I don't have to go around the University of Canberra campus looking for a car park for half an hour, and I get it. Imagine that. Wouldn't it be great? Yeah, it would be great. So this is how database works. At least if you can't get the Lamborghini, cannot get the car space that you want always, as soon as you are at the University of Canberra, you can do it with the database. And that's the whole idea of database approach. So it's not data dependent, so the data is stored in one location, and basically you can write queries to access it. The queries are not dependent on where the data is stored, in which format it is stored. The queries are independent, you can keep on writing as many as you want. Okay? And there's no incompatibility with the files, because all the data are stored. You don't care about how it is stored, just want to know where it is stored and just write to it and get it. Okay? The other thing is this is the whole idea of the database approach. So the database approach talks about creating a database which is a collection of the data that you require for your organization, and you have to specify what you want. I want all the details about all my sales, all the details about all my staff. Yep, that's fine. And this data now is shared among all the users that you allow them to access. You know what I mean? So you allow them access. Don't forget, with the file-based systems, once you open the file, the whole data is available. With database systems, you can say who will see which data items. Right? You can say my salespeople only can see the details of all the products and the price of the product. They will not see all the sales we've done. Only the manager can see that. Only the manager can change the hourly rate or see the hourly rate of different staff. Okay, each staff can see only their own data. And this is exactly what happens at the university. When you come here, you've got the online student information system. You can see your own information. You can see which subject you're enrolled in. At the end of the semester, you will see your own results. The results of everybody else in this university, I think around 14,000 students are stored there, plus all the details of their staff and many other information. Right? So you just allowed to just see something that relates to you. So you can even block people of accessing the data. In the file-based system, it's very difficult to do that. So the database is a shared collection of data that are related to each other. When I say related to each other, this data, when we store data about the supermarket, we store data about products, the price of the product, right? The supplier information, who is the supplier. So these are related to each other. The product and the supplier are related to each other. You see that? and the price. The three things together that is this product. Who supplies it, the price, and the name of the product, the size of the product, the color of the product, right? The ingredients in the product. It's all stored there. Does this product attract GST or not? Tax or not? Right? Can be all stored there. So, and these all data are in one place. So now you can write queries. Now you can say, tell me the person, the staff on the cash register number 4 that sold the most number of beans this year. And you can get that data because all the data is stored in one place and all the relationships. We don't only store the data, we also store the relationships, and we'll go to details in weeks to come. So with each data, there is attached to each data a certain metadata that tells what this data item is that we are storing in it. So, for example, product name. What's the meaning of the product name in the database? What is the type of the values we can store in it? Any other information that you like. So we'll get back to that later on. So with the file, when you open the file, you just see some data. You have to guess, this is the product name, this is the product price. But with the database, you don't. For each data item that we store what this data item is, what's the type of the data item. So it's very hard, also, we make it very hard to enter the wrong information. Right? So, to create database,